Hi everyone, welcome. Hope you're all doing really well. It's Tuesday. I will say I'm liking the earlier in the week that rather than on the Thursday, so I think we're going to be sticking with Thursdays. So as you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you've got anything to chat about, to tell us all, let us know. I obviously didn't get my hair done before going live. All good. So welcome everyone, my name's Tracy.bish. I'm an independent Stamp App demonstrator in Australia. I go live every Tuesday now at 5 o'clock. And today is actually the free card class. So I'm super excited to be sharing those with you. And get your hands on this free class with orders. And I'm running these from today until Thursday, so till the end of February. If you're placing an order of $100 or more, you're going to get the class kit for free, so super fun. Hi Marion, how are you? Hi Margot, how are you? Nice to have you here. So what's everyone been up to this week? Have you had anything exciting happen? I had my 11-year anniversary, stamping anniversary last week. Also had my wedding anniversary on Friday. My husband and I have been married 23 years, so which is lovely. Yeah, we went out for tea well, we like Vietnamese, so we went out to a Vietnamese restaurant in our next biggest town, and absolutely beautiful. We love our Vietnamese food. It's really, really nice. Marion's had a quiet week. That's okay. You can have a quiet week. Just trying to think what else we've been doing other than those few things, because it's sort of beginning of the week. Not a lot. Just working, doing the normal everyday things. So I did get a lot of crafting done on the weekend though, so that was really good. I'm trying to catch up. Well, not really catch up, but get ahead for next month. So I'm away for 4 days. I think it's about 4 days that I'm away for on stage down in Melbourne, and then for Easter we're going away. My husband and I are going away to Tassie. So yeah, so I've got to sort of try and get everything in its place and ready to go. Oh, hi Sue, how are you? Yeah, so lots going on behind the scenes, but we'll get there, and that's great. Riley's going out for a run. She's a little bit needing some.
Past. Wants to go and eat them.
Oh, all right. So they're going to go out and have a play, which is great. Okay, so I've got a few little announcements to do before we get started, and then we're going to create 3 cards. We're using the Everyday Details bundle, which is in the mini catalogue. Highly recommend. If you guys haven't got this set yet, take a look at it tonight while we're creating with it. It's a really great one. It has both dies and their nesting dies, so super fun. All right, so let's talk about what we have coming up, as well as what things are leaving us. So we're in the last week of February, which also means that the Sale A Bration finishes on Thursday, so this is where you can get free items for qualifying order. It's also finishing with that starter kit deal, so this is a really great deal. So if you've ever thought about becoming a demonstrator and maybe not even becoming a demonstrator as such, but maybe being a discount shopper and getting your craft for a 20% discount, you have till Thursday to take up that starter kit offer. So here in Australia, you can purchase the starter kit for $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product, anything that is current. So annual catalogue, mini catalogue, online exclusives, clearance rack, any of those, and you choose $235 worth of product. On top of that, there is free shipping on that first order. And then the deal is you can either choose the glass mat, silicone mat, and the cleaning cloth as a toolkit free for purchasing the starter kit, or you can choose a second option where you can get $51 worth of extra product in your starter kit. So you get to choose $51 worth of product on top. So it's a really great deal. Like I said, that is free delivery for your first order, and any orders after that is a 20% discount. You, if you purchase a starter kit through me, you'll be part of the Inky Stampers team, which is my team. We have an amazing little team that gets together each month. We get to craft, we get to have fun, we get to earn prizes, and there's so many great things about being in a community and fellow crafters that that inspiration that you can give out to everyone. So if it's something that you're thinking about or you would like to chat to me about it, please reach out, because I would love to chat with you about that and help you with your journey. So if you're interested. Hi Jeanette, how are you? Welcome. Okay, as we're almost finishing with February, I just wanted to let you know about February's deals as well. So we have anyone who purchases with me using the host code this month will receive the handmade card, which is this interactive card that we made at the beginning of the month. Super cute. Love this one. You'll also receive the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, which is 12 projects using Up in the Air Suite. I did create both mine and a fellow demonstrator's card, and so this one's mine that you'll see in the tutorial bundle, and then this one here, which is super cute, a book binding card. That is just 2 of the tutorials in that, and you can receive that absolutely free just with an order, any size order. Or if you would like to purchase that Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, you can purchase it over on my blog. There's also a link in the description of this video as well. So 12 wonderful projects there, and we're going to change it in March. It'll be a different suite, but Up in the Air Suite is a really pretty one. So those are my free customer gifts. Now, if you're purchasing $65 worth of product before postage, you'll also receive the February tutorial bundle. So this one here, there's 50 tutorials in this whole bundle, and this will be emailed to you. So lots of great inspiration in that one. Now, on top of that, if you're purchasing and you spend $100 in product before postage, I will send you the kits for today. We're making 3 cards as well as the PDF tutorial. These are the cards that we're going to create, and you'll get those for free as well. So, great little specials just for shopping with me. So those are on the table for this month. So only till this Thursday, which is the 29th of February. She didn't go for a run, she just got put up in the house, so she's not happy. If you've seen my YouTube channel this week, you may have seen a couple of videos out. Tracy's Sunday Challenge. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Tracy's Sunday Challenge this week is a colour combo challenge. So I've got Poppy Parade, Grey Granite and Crushed Curry. This is the card that I created actually for my hubby for his birthday. So this one here, using the free Trusty Toolbox DSP. So super cute. And this die set here is also one that we're using tonight with the Everyday Details dies. So really nice. So if you'd like to join in Tracy's Sunday Challenge, all you need to do is create a card using those 3 colours. So Poppy Parade, Crushed Curry and Grey Granite. And if you don't have those colours, just use a red, a grey and a yellow. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, come and join in the challenge. Pop your card or a photo of your card in the comments section of my business Facebook page. You'll see that the post with the challenge graphic. Pop it in the comments section there and share your creation with us all. So much fun to see what everyone's creating. So this will be on till Sunday. I'll have a new challenge this Sunday as well. So you've got lots and lots of time to still join in. It's only Tuesday after all. And have you guys been seeing my monochromatic Instagram hops each week as well? What are you guys thinking? Because I've actually really been enjoying doing those. It's very, very simple cards. I've been doing quick videos, so I've been able to still do a video like an extra video for you each week. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it. So have you guys been able to follow along with it? And it's an Instagram hop too, so you can go and see everyone else, what everyone else is creating as well. But this week is the wonderful Sweet Sorbet. I will say it's not one of my favorite colors. I'm not a big fan of red, but this is like a pinky red. But yeah, so it's one of our in colors that will be retiring really soon. This is also using that detailed dogwood stamp set, which is a free celebration item. So if you really like this set, grab it now, because you've only got till Thursday to earn those celebration items for free. And can I just say, because I know I've been asked this before, can you purchase these celebration items after the celebration finishes? And the answer is no, unfortunately not. Usually we do not see those items ever again. And I think what Stampin' Up does with any extras is they give them away with demonstrator boxes. So if they have a program where if you're doing a fundraising for a great cause, they will provide you with a box of, you know, extra like retired goodies. So and usually that's where those sorts of things go. They're never ever offered for sale through Stampin' Up again. You might get it through another demonstrator, but you won't be able to buy it from Stampin' Up. So really, really important. If you like anything that is in that little celebration catalog, here it is here. So this one here, there is also more items that Stampin' Up have offered. So here, there's a few from the mini catalogue, a few from the annual catalogue, and again, Stampin' Up markers, that is a good choice to take up. So it's worth a little bit of money, and they're a great set as well. But yeah, every Saturday, for as long as I can keep up with it, I'll try and keep up with the monochromatic Instagram hop with a different color each week. So, but a cute card. This is a tile card, so something a little bit different, but a beautiful one. So you can check that out here on my YouTube channel if you would like to see how that was created. And then finally, before we get crafting, I just wanted to remind everyone that maybe lives in the Bendigo and surrounding areas. I have a card class that I run each month. This is not the usual time. It's Saturday the 9th of March, so it's only a couple of weeks away, 9 to 11 in Bendigo. You can now register your spot through my blog, so head over there, register your spot and secure your spot by paying for your seat. So yeah, and we make 3 cards, beautiful environment. Ladies are lovely. It's a very relaxed and friendly environment, and come meet some new friends, because yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. All right, I think that's everything. Oh, Marianne's been enjoying the monochromatic cards, even the red. Thank you. Yeah, something a little bit different. And you know, even if I can't really try and keep up, I'll try and keep doing the cards. Who knows what's going to happen. Okay, so for the 3 cards tonight, this is a free class for anyone who purchases through my online store between now and this Thursday, so the 29th of February. If you order $100 in product before postage, you'll receive, I'm going to actually give you all the customer appreciation gifts. So you'll receive the handmade card, the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial, the February bundle tutorial, and the card kits, so with the PDF. So what you will need to create these cards is firstly the Everyday Details stamp set. Now I'm also using the die sets of the bundle, but for anyone that's getting the kits, I will actually have everything die cut for you, so you don't need the dies. But if you're purchasing this stamp set, I highly recommend grabbing both of them. Let me just show you the dies, because you've got nesting dies in circles and rectangles. You've got a long strip, and then this great design here. So there's actually 2 long strips there. So I really like this one. I hope this one stays around for a little while. It's very versatile, and yet I love nesting dies. Always makes it easy to use. The inks you're going to need are Memento Tuxedo Black ink or a black ink. Everyone has this in stock, I'm sure. We've got Lost Lagoon ink. I'm using Stamping Blends. I've got Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. Yeah, no, sorry, Poppy Parade. Pretty Peacock. That's a green. This is a red. So Poppy Parade, Lost Lagoon. And the other thing that I'm using that you won't need, but that exposed brick 3D embossing folder. Your kit will come already embossed, but I will be showing this gorgeous 3D embossing folder in tonight's cards. Now everything will be included, including your ribbons and twines, your DSP, everything. So this is going to be a fun little class to join in with. And we're going to make 3 gorgeous cards. So just cleaning off my area. I'm going to pop the camera down and we'll get started. If you have any questions, please just write it in the comments and I'll check in just a second. I think I need to move my laptop out of the road a little bit. Just out of interest, how many have that detailed, everyday details stamp set? I love it. Great images, great sentiments. This one here, really cute. I will admit, I actually grabbed it mainly for the little teacup. I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so let me bring in the 3 cards that we're going to create. Oops. Now what's really fun is these are all using Sale A Bration DSPs. So let me bring the Sale A Bration catalogue in. The 3 DSPs we're using are this Sunny Days DSP, which is for this card here. I have the Flight and Airy DSP for this card here. And lastly, the Trusty Toolbox DSP for this one here. And as you can see, I've used the DSP to create the card. So really cool. So 3 wonderful DSPs that you can earn for free just with shopping in the online store. So really great. Oh, Jeanette says she hasn't got it. Marion says yes because she shares with me. Absolutely. The best thing is finding a crafty friend and sharing your tools. So much easier. Okay, we're going to start off with the Trusty Toolbox one because I think it's the easiest one. And I've actually die cut my 2 images already. So we have this one here. Not everything is die cut, I will tell you that. I am still having to die cut some things. I have cut this one down and then I just grabbed this one here and ran that through, and it's given me this effect, which I think is really cool. Something a little bit different, almost like a Polaroid, but without being a Polaroid. So you can see not all of these have been pushed through, so I'm going to do that really quickly. You could leave them in, but maybe I should have got my die brush out to use. Won't take long. I sometimes keep these little pieces that die cut out for shaker cards, but I think these would probably be a little too small. What do you guys think? I've got enough little bits and pieces that I don't need to keep these, I can tell you that now, but Does anyone keep their leftover 4 shaker cards? Little die cut pieces that you have lots and lots of little elements to it. I think I could create so many cards just with the offshoots of things that I've got. So I've made a little bit of a mess. Didn't get all of them. There we have it. I've also die cut from that smallest circle. This is a stitched circle, whereas all the others have this little dots taken out like this. So you've got a couple of different variants there in the dies. I've also quickly just cut out 3 of our tools from that DSP, the Trusty Toolbox DSP. So I'm going to quickly fussy cut those out. And this card is a really, really quick and easy card. Really using that DSP as the focal point. And yeah, you could certainly, if you don't have this stamp set that I'm using today, you could probably get away with using something you have on hand anyway. A good sentiment set. Sorry if you can hear Riley. She knows the time. She seems to be able to tell the time, and she knows when the shop shuts. And she feels that as soon as the shop shut, well, it's time to go play, which is fair enough. So there's one. Got some pliers. So if you do get this kit, you may end up with some different tools. There's quite a few pages of DSP that just have different tools, or, you know, paintbrushes, all sorts of different things. So what's really great is this card will work with any of the tools in the DSP. Jeanette says she doesn't really make shaker cards. Really, Jeanette? How come? I don't make enough. I love shaker cards. I think they're a lot of fun. People get them and love them. It's not just little kids that love shaker cards. And this one. Can you tell I'm trying to work out what the name is? It's a wrench. Okay. Now there is a tool stamp or bundle in the mini catalogue. I actually don't have it, but I do know that some of those dies that are in that set will die cut some of the tools from this DSP. So maybe if you've got the tool set, you could use that to die cut your tools if you don't want to fussy cut. Okay. We have those. There's not much stamping in this one except for our sentiment. So let's grab the stamp set and we'll grab that sentiment. So this says, wishing you so much joy on this special day. Okay. And I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink for that. Oh, Margot says she hasn't ventured into card making just yet. She mainly does 3D. Oh, well, I'm glad that you've come, Margot. I hope I can inspire you to start creating with cards, making cards. So what sort of 3D do you do? I love making 3D projects as well, so I understand. Okay, so I've just stamped that in the middle, fits in perfectly. And then we can start layering our card. So I've got a piece of basic white thick cardstock, half a piece of A4, scored in half, and then cut in half. This is a piece of DSP, just a little strip that's going to go down the side. I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border on the side there. And I've intentionally left it a little bit longer than my card. That way we can snip the end and it's going to go the whole length of the card, rather than, you know, sometimes you can cut your card a little bit wrong and maybe it doesn't go all the way to the end. I don't like the look of that. So if you cut just a little bit more, then you can fussy cut the ends off. So that's done. Let's add our little frame over the top. And again, we're just going to use some liquid glue for that. And the sides, just a little. Pop that down over the top. You could, if you wanted to, pop this up with some dimensionals, but I'm going to choose to pop up my sentiment rather than the frame. And then we can work out where we want our tools. So because our tools are going to be a little bit different, I want to just make sure that they fit in well. That's going to look good, so I'm going to adhere down just my tools. Now remember, these are DSP, so they're pretty thin. So I wouldn't recommend popping them up. Gluing them down will be just as good. And last one. And then let me grab, let's use two dimensionals to pop up our sentiment. So using that DSP to really decorate the card. Look at that. Different tools, different look. Great cards. Great colour scheme too. So in your kit you will have ones that sort of match in as best as I can with the colour scheme. It'll either be at least 2 or 3 that will match in with the Lost Lagoon and Crushed Curry. So there's our first card. Isn't that good? Love that. Right, let me pop that to the side. I'm going to bring in our next card. Let's do this one. So this is using the Flight and Airy DSP. So in the kit for this one, we have a card base in Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to actually run this through the embossing folder of the exposed brick. Yours will already come embossed, so you won't have to worry about it. But for tonight's card, we will run it through. We also have a piece of basic white for the inside of the card. We have a piece of basic white. This is actually basic white regular again for our frame. And again, I've gone with something a little bit different. So rather than being even all the way around, I've given it a little bit of extra down below, sort of like a Polaroid look maybe, with the Flight and Airy DSP. I have a pre-die cut, so this one I have die cut. The largest circle from this set, so this one here. And I do have a couple of pieces there that I want to push through, so let me grab that. Only one, that's okay. And we've also got a piece of that Flight and Airy DSP. It might be a different bird, but it'll just be a bird that you can fussy cut round. And then I've got the Simply Elegant trim in silver for our bow. So let's fussy cut this one first. These are all really, really simple basic cards. Any level can create them. If you're a more avid card maker, maybe you want to, you know, trick them up a little bit more. I wanted it to try and be as easy for anyone placing an order, because not everyone has a ton of supplies, so try and keep all the supplies to a minimal, but I do my best. Okay, so for our stamping on this card, we're going to stamp the circle as well as the inside, and for those we're going to stamp the nest, and I'm also going to need my sentiment, overjoyed for you in this new journey. So the first one for the inside, I am going to actually stamp in Lost Lagoon. Now, if you don't have Lost Lagoon, you could use just the Memento, the black ink. That would be just fine. So we've got the inside of the card. I'm now going to ink in Memento because we want to colour in with the stamping blends. And I'm just going to give my stamp a quick clean. Yeah. I'm going to stamp that in that circle. And then I can stamp my sentiment in the Lost Lagoon again. So you may have other stamps that you're using if you're getting this kit, that's fine. Okay. Now I didn't say anything about the browns, but use any brown that you have. I think I might use my crumb cake. I've got light and dark for my nest. If you don't have that, you could leave it the same colour that you have. If you don't have stamping blends, maybe you've got coloured pencils, Stampin' Write markers, watercolour pencils. Use what you have. You know, you can use whatever you have in your stash. So I'm being really quite messy with my stamping blends here. I'm just sort of adding colour down. I'm not being really careful with any of that. So that's the light crumb cake. I'm going to come in with the dark and just add a little bit of colour. Like so. And then the Lost Lagoon for the eggs. And really I'm just going to focus on the areas where the eggs touch each other, as well as the edges, so where the shadows would be. So this is the light. I'm just going to colour in. Blending in that dark with the light. And I also want to focus just on some of those leaves in the nest as well. And this is just the light again. So we're just sort of adding a little bit more colour in the background. Look at that. Really cute. Okay. Move these to the side. I'm going to bring in my die cut machine and we'll just quickly emboss with that exposed brick. This will come in your kit already done, so if you don't have this one, it's fine, don't stress, because it will come already done. It's a 3D embossing folder, so it means we have the platform, we have the embossing folder going in, and then plate number 4. Run that one through. Hi Jen, how are you? How late is it there now? Just trying to think, Jen, whereabouts in the US are you? I'm not really sure. Okay. So we have all our pieces. Let's start gluing them in. So our basic white and our DSP is going to glue together. And this light and airy DSP is really, really pretty. There's lots of birds and florals. And I love the colour scheme in that DSP. There we go. And I'm going to pop that straight down. Look at the exposed brick. Isn't that gorgeous? I am a fan of the 3D embossing folders. I think Stampin' Up! Have done a really great job with those. Lots more texture in the design. Hi Deborah, how are you? Pop that down. Got lots of US ladies on tonight. Welcome. Oh, you're in Washington State, up the top. Nice. Okay. I was looking for my bird, it was underneath. This one I'm actually going to pop up with some dimensionals. And let's see. Not sure where my other ones went to. They're on the desk somewhere. So let's pop that one up. Oh, thank you, Jen. This is one of 3. I'm really good, Deborah. I will say Tuesdays are working so much better for me than Thursdays. So I'm so glad that I've changed the day. I think by the end of the week, it was just too much. I was too tired. Let's pop them down. And we're going to pop the bird over the top. This is a little bit bigger than this bird. So I'm going to pop him in there. And again, this is just DSP. So I'm going to glue him down with just the liquid glue. Pop the inside. Lost Lagoon is one of those colours that we had years ago and it's come back. It's growing on me. I will say when it was here last time, I thought it was more of a dirty blue, but I really love pairing it with the Pretty Peacock. Really pretty colours together. And then we have a piece of that beautiful Simply Elegant trim in the silver. I'm just going to create a nice little bow and pop him on the top. It's going to be fairly small, so I'm going to have a little bit of a area to cut off on my tails, which is fine. Trim the edge, and I'm going to pop down that with just a mini glue dot. So Flight and Airy is the DSP that we're using on this card, which I will say all 3 DSPs that we're using on the card kits this month work so well with this set, the Everyday Details bundle. Which is funny because, you know, one is a toolbox DSP, but that sentiment worked really well with that card, I thought anyway. Okay, there we have the second card. Probably noticing that with the DSP, because we're using different images on the card, you may end up with a different image, but you know, it's fine because it's the same DSP, so it'll still have the same colorings, just be maybe a different size. And there we have it. There is our second card. Last card, which is actually, I don't know, I really like this one. I don't know whether to call it my favorite or not. It's one of those ones that looks a little bit deceiving. It is so pretty because we've got this little window feature here. Can you see that pop up? So I really like how this one turned out. And it's a side fold. Okay. So basic white thick card base, half a piece of A4, actually cut down at the 4 1/8, and then scored in half. That'll give us our side folding. We have a piece of basic white thick for our stamping. Got a piece of Poppy Parade that I have die cut from that Everyday Details bundle. And I believe this is the largest of those rectangle dies. So I'm just going to push through all of these little marks here. You could leave them in too, I suppose. I don't know whether you heard that, but Riley's getting frustrated that she's stuck up in the house. Get rid of those little dots. So we have these two that layer. Like I said, this is that, no, second largest. No, I was right. It is the largest. It's sort of cut in the middle, so it doesn't cut the end. Yep. Alrighty. Then the DSP that we're using on this card is the Sunny Days DSP, which is really pretty. It's got lots of clouds and flowers. This is the design we're using. Really nice. Then I've got 2 pieces of basic white thick that's going to create the leftover piece of our card. So let's do our stamping first. I've got the basic white thick, and I need this flower in a pot, as well as the sentiment that says, "You make every day a little brighter." And let me tell you a little story about this card. So I created this card with no sentiment, and then once I popped it together, I thought, oh, it looks a little bit plain. So if I took that out, it looked a little bit plain. So then what I thought was, I'm going to put a sentiment on, and this piece has popped up, and I did not too bad of a job there with my sentiment. Sort of missed a little bit here and here, but it could have turned out so much worse. I thought maybe I'm going to have to pop another piece over the top, but it worked out. So for our flower vase, we're going to stamp that with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Oh, thank you everyone. Love the dies. Yeah, these are great dies. I like anything that is a nesting die. They make easy work. So let me line this up. Pop him down. And then we're going to use the Poppy Parade stamping blends. And I'm just going to colour in some parts of this image, like not the whole thing. If you're making it home, you could certainly colour the whole thing in. I wanted to try and leave as little as required as possible for creating this card. So let me get out my red ink. Now, if you don't have the Poppy Parade ink, just use your Memento Tuxedo black ink. And we're going to do this before popping it all together. So pretty. Okay. So let's colour in. We have both the light and dark Poppy Parade. Let's do the light. And we're just sort of picking some areas to colour in. Sort of adding just a little bit of colour to the card without, you know, colouring in everything. And if you're great at colouring, you can also add your shading and blending, doing all those fun things. I'm going to do just, you know, a little bit, but not too much. So colouring in that large flower with the light. Then with the dark, I want to colour in on the bottom of the base of the vase there and the base down here. All these little flowers in the dark. Like so. And then I want to add a little bit of colour to the centre of the flowers with that large flower, as well as some of the edges, like so. Very quick, but just adds that little bit of brightness to it. So we can start layering our card together. I'm going to lay these two together, but they're going to be popped up onto the card base. Doesn't that look good with the Poppy Parade and that detail in the background? Really cute. Now for our DSP layer, we want it to sit under the two white, basic white layers. So what I'm going to do is pop him in, layering these over the top. There is a slight overhang, so you're just going to want to make sure that it's all covered. So I've got it in the right position. I can take these off, and because I can, you know, really muck this up, I'm actually just going to create a little mark on either side, which are both covered up with the basic white pieces, and I'm just going to glue this one straight down to the card base. Make sure it opens the right way. Yep. So I've got my markings there to make sure it's all going to sit in there perfect, like so. This DSP piece again is just cut a little bit wider or longer than needed, so I can just trim the edge. Looks good already. But then when we add these on with dimensionals, it's really going to pop off the page. So we can add these down. Use as many or as few as you like. I tend to go overboard, but that's okay. If you struggle to get the dimensional backings off like I do, you can use your piercing tool, your take my pick tool, and just stab them off. And then this is just going to layer over the top, lining up with the top. More dimensionals on the bottom. So, absolutely, that is my biggest fear, is that my card sags in the mail. I know I've told you guys this plenty of time, but I do sell my cards, and they could sit on my rack for a little while, and I think sometimes weather can play a part in your cards. So our shop's not climate controlled throughout the evening. We turn our evaporative off once we shut the shop. So sometimes the climate can affect it, but if you don't have that support, and maybe it gets sent through the mail as well, you will get that sagging, which is no good. So just layering that bottom up. And I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but the DSP in the background and then this being popped up is super pretty. And we're going to layer this over the top, and I probably should have moved it over a little bit when I stamped it. So if you're making this at home, pop your sentiment right over, but we're going to make this work, it'll be fine. And you're going to add more dimensionals, but not in the middle. If you're going to add them to the middle, you will have to double up your dimensionals because it's already on one set of dimensionals. But I think there's enough dimension here that it's not going to sag unless it's pressed in right at that centerpiece. So it'll be fine. Yep. Right close. It's not covering though. And then another piece of this gorgeous silver Simply Elegant trim. Create another nice little bow. This one I actually want fairly small. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of some of that tail. And this breaks down the card a little bit with the silver. So I've just rolled my mini glue dot with my take my pick tool and then pop that down over the top. There we have it. That is our third and final card for the free card class. Isn't that gorgeous? Really, really pretty. Excellent. All right, so let me bring in the 3 cards that we've created tonight to share them with you again. We have, cover that up. No, let's cover the whole thing up. So there we have the 3 cards. Now, if you would like this card kit with everything included, the only thing that's not included is it's not stamped, but you'll have the die cuts, you'll have the ribbon and trim all done for you, all the DSP, all the cardstock. And all you need to do to grab this card kit is to place an order in my online store. There is in the description of this video, there is a link there using the host code. So please pop on over. You'll have till this Thursday, which is the last day of February, the 29th, to be able to grab this card kit for free. $100 in product will get you all the customer appreciation gifts for the month. So that's the handmade card, the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, the February bundle tutorial, and the card kits. So super great offering there. All right, does anyone have any questions for me before we go? Marion says mine will never sag. No, definitely not. I do go through a lot of dimensionals though. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, you're so welcome. Marion says it's hard to pick the best one. Love them all. Thank you. Margot loves them all. Very pretty. Favourite's the last one. Love the reds. Oh, thank you, Margot. That's lovely. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm glad that so many were able to pop on with our new time. This is going to be our normal everyday time. So every Tuesday at 5, we'll be creating something fun. So I'll be back here next Thursday if you would like to come back and join me. I really appreciate everyone's time. So thank you so much for popping in. I have a video coming out on Saturday for the monochromatic Instagram hop. So you can check that out here on YouTube. And I'll also have a card for you, a project video on Sunday for Tracy's Sunday Challenge. So 3 videos a week. Awesome. All right, everyone, you enjoy the rest of your night and have a great week, and I'll see you all next week. All right, bye-bye.